Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome to my review of the NIU M Plus Sport electric motorbike. Well, scooter should I say. Just standing here at the moment, I'm just going to run through some things that why would you buy an electric moped against buying a petrol driven moped like a 50cc at 16 years old or a 125cc at 17 years old when there is alternatives available. Mainly the reason why I'm saying that is that your mums and dads might want to, you've asked your mum and dad, can I get a bike, etc. And she says, well, yeah, okay. So what you go for, you've got your insurance, your road tax, you got your running costs of that bike. If you buy a brand new bike, it might cost you about £2,000, and then that motorcycle has a 2-year warranty, etc. needs to be serviced. Needs a first initial service by the dealer, about 500-600 miles, and then it needs a service after that every 2,000 miles. We have your oil and filter change, because the 125cc or 50cc bike, the maintenance schedule is a lot more intense than on a bigger bike, normally between 1,000 to 3,000 miles. So what options are available? Well, you can buy an electric scooter. You don't have to buy brand new. These are just over £2,000 brand new. This one we picked up for 1,200 plus. It's a 2019 plate. It has 1,768 miles, and everything works as it's supposed to. It's brilliant. It has a Bosch motor on the back. Can't go wrong with a Bosch motor. Nothing else goes. Bosch is Bosch. It's 32 miles an hour maximum speed, all LED lighting, etc. Has KERS braking, in respect of when you do brake, 6% of that braking force goes back into kinetic energy to charge the battery. Does disc brakes on the front, disc brakes on the back. Big chunky tyres. I'm saying big, but chunky, if you know what I mean. We put a top box on, because this is my daughter's bike. She's a nurse, and she's doing some bit of domiciliary, and we had a bracket on here for a phone mount, because she's got to use a sat nav to get around, and it wasn't metal, it was plastic, it broke, so we just put it on here for now. It wouldn't be normally there, and it's just on there for tomorrow when she's on her last duty, till we change it. Okay, so just nice and easy. What I want to do is chat to you when I just have a little drive with it about what it's got on it. The battery is a 60 volt 42 amp hour battery. The range is about 45 miles. It has 2 modes. You can drive it at 12 miles an hour, you can drive it up to 30 miles an hour. Mode 1 and mode 2. When you first switch the bike on, she automatically goes into mode 1. When you switch it on like now, she goes into mode 1. You just press this button over here and it goes into mode 2. To start the bike, you have to pre-tell it you're going to start it, so you press that button there. Indicators on this side. You have left and right, you have audible as well as visual, and after you've done the turn, they automatically cancel, or you can push to cancel. Same on the other side. And you push to cancel, or when you go around the corner, they automatically cancel themselves. You have a horn like a normal bike. That's a cruise control. You can hit that button and it'll you take your hand off, because you're always going like that on the bike to get it up to speed. So once it's on speed and you've got a big main road like this, you just press that cruise button and you don't have to touch the throttle. If you touch the brakes, it comes out cruise control mode, or touch the cruise control as well. And you have your lights on this side. Oh, sorry, that's hazard warning lights, on or off. Left and right brake, just like a scooter has on the front, with the disc brakes back and front on the bike. And everything's nice and easy to use. It has, what's unique to this bike as well is a feature where you can see there it's connected to GPS. and it's connected to the, it's got its own SIM card in, it's connected to the new cloud. If you go onto new.com, you'll see how many bikes, there's about 600,000 bikes travelling at one time, and it tells you how many miles them bikes have ridden. It's always changing, and they do different models. This is an NU Plus, which is good enough range at 45 miles an hour without 45 miles without any degradation, etc. So, but basically, 45 miles costs 20p to charge it. And through 45 miles, no maintenance. It's connected to the cloud. It's also connected to an app on your phone. The owner of the bike has the app on the phone, so when it's parked up, the GPS, it has its own ECU built into it, which has its own battery supply. So even if you take the battery bike out to charge it, it'll tell you where it is on the GPS. If somebody knocks the bike or whatever, it alerts your phone. If it's moved, it'll alert your phone, etc. And but the app also has different features. It tells you where you've been, etc. You go to the NEU.com site and it'll tell you everything you need to know there. It also allows you to do a diagnostic on the bike. You press one button, because this bike, every three seconds it's doing 200 diagnostic checks as you're riding it. It goes through different diagnostics. There's a diagnostics for each one. The vector controller, the throttle positioning sensor, everything is checked on the bike, and it comes up as a pass. So it self-checks itself. Also, you can get downloaded updates of firmware. So if you've got a different firmware, it'll automatically alert you there's a new firmware for this bike, and you can just download that. It might be to a better miles per battery usage. You might get 47 miles instead of 45 or something. Anything that it needs doing on the bike, it'll download it for you. Right, LED lights all the way around, etc. We're going to go for a ride. I've chatted long enough, etc. Like I say, it won't do anything until you press this button there. The little ready light comes on there, and now it's saying it's ready to go. And that's it, basically. And away we go. Silent travelling. Can't be silent travelling. There's an eco. Once you know you're doing eco, also the big brake radial light will come on if it's regenerating energy back into the battery from the braking kinetic energy. Like I say, you're pegged full throttle all the time on this bike. I'm just going to let that policeman pass me. So your son or your daughter, or you yourself, might want to think about travelling to work in a city, travelling, etc. Let me put the indicators on. I'm going to go this way. See, self-cancelled, didn't have to do anything. You might want to use one for work instead of using the car, because you only travel 4 or 5 miles to work. You know, you don't want any dual carriageway, that kind of thing. But if you've got normal roads that you would normally travel to work, then it's going to be ideal. Cheap mode of transport, no maintenance costs. Also, if your 18-year-old lad wants one and you want to be in control of the app on your phone so you know where they are all the time, yeah, that can be done as well. So you have, you can just turn the phone on. Where is he? Or he's at his mate's house or whatever. So let's go this way around and it is. So it's an ideal way of getting around. What more would you want, really? Bumps in the road, we should fix all these bumps. He looked at me then and said, the delivery driver said, "Oh, who's that bike? What's he doing around here?" Can't hear him. When you start to cruise, and you take the throttle off, so you get to a certain speed, you take the throttle off, the eco button comes in, so it's in eco mode, like it says on the dash there. But so yeah, if you were thinking about getting a 50cc or 125cc scooter, there you go, here's a rush delivered, then it's an ideal choice. And you don't have to buy them brand new. You know, like I say, you can pick one up if, you know, when they come, people look on eBay or Gumtree, etc., and just type in NIU scooter. I was on last week, a blue one of this model, 2019, for 1,200 miles. Sorry, 1,200 and something pound. And yeah, enjoy. Because there's nothing you need to do to them. No maintenance whatsoever. I'm not sure how many NIU scooters there are in the world sold, but you know, must be, I think when I last saw it, it was something like 600,000 NIU scooters. There's a lot of scooters. I'm sure it doesn't know me here because, oh, it doesn't know me here. That's good to know. So you can get past this before this bike comes. Yeah. It's a bit nippy tonight. Soon be full summer. So yes, I can't rate this bike enough really for a younger person or an older person like myself, or somebody who's had a bike for a long time, wants to just get around, have a bit of fun. Then they're ideal in that respect. Because you won't have to change the oil spark plug or anything like that, because there ain't none. So if you're not mechanically minded to do it yourself, and that's probably what's putting you off, then yeah, you just get on and ride. Go home, take the battery off if you want to charge it. Like any bike, whenever you're parked up, you've got to immobilise the bike, disc lock, etc. It has an alarm on the bike, but you would obviously immobilise it so they can't move it. Because like any scrotes these days, unfortunately, they will just I went through red, never mind. Ooh, dear. I wonder why he was stopping next to me. Silly sausage. Just changed. Yes, they're easy. You know, I've got the steering lock on. They just kick your handlebar one way, just like that, and it breaks the steering lock. So they're no good. Needs to be immobilised. Padlocks, disc locks, so they can't push it off and have fun with it. That's all they do. Alright, so that's my little ride. on the NIU. M Plus Sport. So, quick overview. Why not? Why not get one? Why not have a bit of fun? Doesn't matter different what else. If you've got a license, or go do a CBT and have fun. Well, thank you very much for that. I hope I got everything right. But like I say, if you go to niu.com, all the information's there for you, and there's different models to pick from as well. You don't have to have particularly this one. There's ones that go 50 miles an hour and have double batteries in them and stuff, you know. About £3.5 grand I think they are. But yeah, okay, thank you for that. See you later. Bye bye now.